The movie Padmavati has become the center of a controversy, with some groups protesting its release. These groups have protested against cultural insensitivity and distortion of history and have even threatened the filmmakers with violence. This has drawn sharp criticism from advocates of creative freedom, which they believe to be a core value of democracy. Our story begins in the 12th century. During this time, India was under a wave of raids from Muslim armies of Central Asia. Muhammad Ghori began a systematic war of expansion into northern India. He sought an Islamic kingdom of his own. After his death, Qutb al-Din Aibak, a slave, succeeded him and established the Delhi Sultanate. This dynasty was known as the Mamluk or slave dynasty. The last ruler of this dynasty was assassinated by the Turko-Afghan Jalaluddin Khilji, a war-hardened veteran who had fought numerous battles against earlier Mughal invasions. The Khilji dynasty was established and a new era of conquest began. After the death of his brother, Jalaluddin helped raise his brother's son, Alauddin. Alauddin was appointed governor of Kara and married to Sultan Jalaluddin's daughter. In 1292, he requested the Sultan's permission to attack Bilsa and brought back large loot to Delhi. As a result, Jalaluddin appointed him Minister of War. While at Bilsa, he heard of the enormous wealth of Devagiri and made up his mind to invade the kingdom, and this time plotted something even bigger. He did not inform the Sultan of his plans and plundered Devagiri, carrying back untold amounts of wealth. In a well-plotted move, he invited his uncle Jalaluddin to come visit him unarmed. Trusting as the Sultan was, he did as he was asked. When he arrived at Alauddin's camp, he was assassinated and his head chopped off. Anyone Alauddin suspected of being a threat to his power was killed, along with the women and children of that family. He was known for his cruelty and the atrocities committed against the kingdoms he defeated in battle. He was ruthless and unforgiving. Among his spoils included one of the largest known diamonds in human history, the Kohinoor. In 1303, he reached the gates of Chittor. A poem called the Padmavat was written in 1540, more than 200 years after the siege of Chittor, by the Sufi poet Malik Muhammad Jayasi. Most historians dismiss it as a work of fiction, while some consider certain parts to be true. The movie Padmavati is believed to be based on this poem. In the poem, Padmavati is the daughter of Gandharv Sen, the king of Singhal, and the most beautiful woman of her time. She is close friends with a talking parrot called Hiraman, who possesses immense knowledge. The king resents the closeness and orders the parrot to be killed. The parrot learns of this and flies off, leaving Padmavati in tears. He is later captured by a birdcatcher and sold to the king of Chittor, Ratan Sen, who is impressed by the wisdom possessed by this parrot. Hiraman cannot stop praising the beauty of Padmavati, and the king is smitten by what he hears. Against the wishes of his wife Nagmati, he embarks on a journey to Singhal along with 16,000 of his followers in hopes of marrying Padmavati. He wins her heart and the two get married. He returns to Chittor with his new wife. In Chittor, a powerful sorcerer by the name of Raghav Chetan misuses his magic to deceive the king. The king soon finds out about this and banishes him. Raghav arrives at Delhi and gains an audience with the Sultan Alauddin Khilji. He speaks to the Sultan about Padmavati's beauty, and Alauddin is enraptured. He marches his army to Chittor and demands Padmavati be handed over to him. Ratan Sen refuses and offers a tribute instead. Alauddin, however, is very cunning and manages to take Ratan Sen as a prisoner back to Delhi. During this time, Devpal, the ruler of a neighboring kingdom, sends an emissary to ask for Padmavati's hand in marriage. She is outraged by this and declines, waiting for the return of her husband. In disguise, the Rajput warriors of Chittor go to Delhi and manage to free Ratan Sen, suffering huge losses in the process. When Ratan Sen returns to Chittor, Padmavati narrates the insult she faced while he was away. Angered by this, he challenges Devpal to a duel, which ends in both kings killing each other. Meanwhile, Alauddin had reached the gates of Chittor. To avoid being taken prisoner and to preserve their honor, the women of the fort, including Padmavati and Nagmati, set themselves ablaze. When Alauddin enters, he is faced with an empty fortress, cheated of his victory. If you like what we do, please do support us on Patreon. The link's in the comments below.